Hello friends, welcome to SQL Server tutorial. In this sub-series, you are watching advanced select queries. In this video, we will see how to use variables in select query. So, in this example, we are using the Northwind database. And if you see, to declare a variable, we have to use the keyword declare. And then the variable name should be prefixed with @ symbol. And variable name here is cat id start. So declare cat id start, that's the variable name, and type is integer equal to 1. So this is one way. Here if you see, we are declaring as well as initializing the variable. So cat id start now will hold the value of 1. Here if you see, we are just declaring an integer type category id end. So here we initialized it, and in this second code snippet we are just declaring a cat id end. So that's the variable and the type is integer. So likewise you can declare other variable also. If there is any SQL Server data type, you can use that. For example, instead of int you can use character, varchar, all those stuff you can use. So here, since we just initialized the variable, to set a value to it, you have to use the keyword set variable name. So do not forget to include this @. So that's how you have to declare the variable. Set category id end, cat id end equal to 4. So here we declared cat id start and we assigned a value of 1, and in the next snippet if you see, we just declared the variable. After that we set a value to it. Finally, we are using these two variables inside our select query. Select star from categories, that is the table, where category id between. So this is a simple where condition, and if you see here we are using the variables where category id between 1 and 4, but here we are using the variable. So the variable holds the value 1 here and variable holds the value 2. So this will return the query with category id between 1 and 4. So here we simply assigned a constant literal 4 and 1, but this can be a complex expression, or it can be a function call that returns a value. So all those stuff you can do with the variables. Here there is one more example. We declared max q, min q, and PID. So all are integer type. So we declared 3 variables here. Then if you see here, we are assigning the max q as select. Here we use the set, but if you see here, in this case we are setting the variable with query. So select max of quantity from order detail. So if you see, this is simply a select statement from order detail, and we know that this is a aggregate query and it will return maximum of quantity from order detail, and the maximum quantity is assigned here. Then the same way we are assigning the minimum quantity here. Select min of q equal to min of quantity from order detail. So in these two statement we just retrieved the maximum quantity ordered and minimum quantity ordered from order details. So if for example min quantity ordered is 1, There may be multiple product that is contributing to this min quantity sales, but all we retrieve here is just a minimum quantity, just to explore how to use the variable. We are not looking into the proper logic. We are simply returning the quantity, minimum as well as maximum, and we assigned that to two integer variable. Then display the product which has the history of lowest quantity and highest quantity. So that's the goal here we are doing, but we will display only one product. Say for example, as already told, if lowest quantity products are 4, we just pick one and we give that. So that's what here we are doing. Now the query displays one such, even multiple exist. One such means your lowest quantity and highest quantity, only one product will be fetched and displayed. So let's see what we are doing. Select @PID, we already declared that, equal to product ID from order detail. So this is the column list. We are picking only the product ID from order details, where quantity equal to whatever we already calculated, maximum quantity. So we are using that variable where quantity equal to whatever is the quantity that we are getting it here. And here what we are initializing is product ID. So product ID will go and get assigned here, the same way how we retrieved max as well as min quantity. The same way here we retrieved the product ID and we are storing that in a variable PID. Next, if you see, select product ID, product name, @maxq as max quantity from products, where product ID equal to PID. So PID we already calculated. So we know that the product table, in the products table, product ID is the unique or primary key column. So once you supply product ID, you can get a unique record, and from that record we are picking product ID, product name, and if you see, we are making use of the maximum quantity as well. So here we just retrieved the product which is having a highest sales, and what we display is product ID, name, and max quantity. The same way, once again, if you see here, we are reusing the same variable and assigning a new product ID. Select product ID from order details, where quantity equal to, this time we are using the min quantity. Previously we used a max quantity, now we are using the min quantity, and we assigned the product ID to our PID variable. So previously it was X, now it may be Y. So once again, we are printing the product ID, product name. Instead of max quantity, we are printing the min quantity, and we state it as min quantity from products, where product ID equal to PID. PID this time is Y. Previously the PID was X. So this will give you a quick idea of how we can declare variable and assign the variable. After that you can use that in other part of the queries. Alright, now let's go to the demo and see how it works. Alright, now we are in SQL Server Management Studio. First, let us look at the first example, in that we just see how to declare variable and then how to use those variable in a select query. So cat ID start is 1 here and cat ID end is 4 here. Before that, let us display what is there in categories table. So we moved to north wind, and here you can see the categories. There are 8 categories. IDs are ranging from 1 to 8, but here we are using the variable category ID 1, that's the category ID start, category ID end, and here in the where condition category ID between 1, that's the start, and 4. Alright, to execute this you have to select all the statement and execute it in a batch, or you can place a go statement. So now if you see, whatever you declare, this variable is scoped up to this go statement, so we can tell this as one batch. Alright, now we will execute it, and if you see, we have only 4 category displayed in the query because of these 2 variable. It is almost equivalent to writing it like where category ID equal to 1 and 4. Now let's go for second example. Here if you see, we want to know the product which made lowest quantity of sales and highest quantity of sales. So select star from order details and you can see the order and quantity is displayed here. There are (2,155) orders we can state, and if you see, there are multiple order with the lowest quantity 1, so we will pick just one product. Say for example product ID is 20, we will pick one and display that. Because we haven't yet learned about cursor and other stuff, so we will stick to displaying one single product. And for highest quantity, say for example if 130 is the highest quantity, we will take the product ID, then we will go to products table and we will query this ID. Say for example where product ID equal to 64. So this will tell you the product name. So that's what we are going to print using the variables here. Let's so this was already explained. We declared 3 variables, then we get maximum and minimum by querying the order details table. After that we retrieve the product ID from order details for minimum and maximum quantity. Then we print the product ID and product name as well as maximum and minimum quantity. Let's execute this, and if you need, you can place a go statement here as well, and we can, so if you place go, you no need to select, you can directly execute it. The body will be taken from here till the go statement. So if you see, the maximum quantity is product ID 64. We might give some product name here. Then minimum quantity, that is product ID 66, Louisiana hot spiced okra. So here you got an idea of how to declare variable and use that in a SQL batch or SQL script. Here, since we declared the variable and we used it and there is a batch as well, we can call this as a simple SQL script. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.